Welcome to another episode from the Ed. Today I thought I'd do a quick little video and show you my latest little project. This is a Halloween project that's 3D printed. It's a file that I didn't make. I found it on Thingiverse, and I'll leave the link on the description below. It's made out of two parts that you glue together. The original designer did provide a version of the STL file that had supports and so forth for its printing. The supports are pretty weak, and as it prints, some of those supports start to fail and break off and everything. They get really flimsy as it keeps building up the layers, and they start popping off. So in my instance, I barely managed to get through the print, and it held up, and it produced a nice skin and everything. I'd probably recommend coming up with maybe your own supports via perhaps your 3D printer slicer. The lower half was about, I think, 13 hours even at a low resolution print, and then the nose half here probably took another 6 hours. And then, you know, gluing it together, a lot of sanding. It still kind of looked like a 3D printed part with the classic layer lines and everything. So I decided to kind of smooth it out with this two-part epoxy I've used before. It's one-to-one, a lot of mixing. You smear it on there and get off the excess, and then let it harden, and then you can sand that, and it takes out a lot of the steppiness of the 3D print. And then from there I painted it with some paint I got at Hobby Lobby. It's acrylic rosy smoke brown. It kind of looks like, I thought, maybe oxidized distressed leather. Painted that on it, and it unfortunately looked more like clay, like it was made out of modeling clay. And so I decided to add a little bit of this black accenting patina using some old spray paint I happen to have around. It's actually primer and black, and so it's a nice flat black paint, and I sprayed it as great a distance as I could and still get the misty, splattery drops to actually land on it, but not really produce a solid coverage. And I think it came out pretty good. It has a kind of a scary, distressed world look to it. I think it came out pretty good. And then the last item here is just some old used CPAP straps for holding it on. And so anyhow, so I thought I'd give this a quick show to you folks. A fun little 3D printed project for Halloween, and give you a little demo of what it kind of looks like in the plague world of the bubonic plague era.